Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Orpa, and I want to help you avoid wasting your time this year. So in today's video, we're breaking down 5 clear signs that a girl might be playing you. And by that, I mean playing games, being non-committal, or not genuinely liking you, but refusing to be upfront about it. These behaviors can quickly drain your energy and effort, leaving you stuck in a one-sided situation, which I do not want for any of you. Hopefully, this helps you spot the red flags early and focus on people who truly value your time and attention. The first sign is she overemphasizes independence to avoid closeness. Now, while independence is a great quality, there's a difference between being self-sufficient and also using independence as a shield. If she constantly emphasizes how much she values being on her own or says things like, "I don't need anyone, I don't want anyone," it could be a way to create emotional distance between you. This behavior might mean she's not ready for a real connection, but still maybe enjoys the attention and benefits of having you around. It could be her way of keeping you at an arm's length without actually committing. Another layer of this could be if she keeps the relationship very surface level. She might flirt, enjoy your compliments, or seek validation from you. But when it comes to deeper conversations or emotional vulnerability, she might shut down or completely avoid it altogether. True relationships require emotional intimacy, sharing feelings, being vulnerable, and building trust. So if she's avoiding this and only engaging on a superficial level, I think it's a clear sign that she's not serious about building something meaningful with you. The next one here is her communication is inconsistent. Inconsistent communication is a classic sign that she's just playing games. One day she's blowing up your phone with texts, responding immediately and making you feel like a priority. And then, out of nowhere, she goes silent for days or gives you one-word responses, leaving you incredibly confused or second-guessing yourself. This hot and cold behavior keeps you hooked while she maintains control of the situation. Again, I want to emphasize that this is not always malicious, but I think it's worth paying attention to. So pay attention to when she reaches out. Is it when she's bored or needs a confidence boost? Genuine interest comes with consistent communication, not sporadic attention when it's convenient for her. A girl who truly likes you will maintain regular contact and won't leave you guessing about where you stand. We don't have time for games in 2025. It is time to only give our effort to people who demonstrate emotional availability and maturity and reciprocate those efforts. The next sign is she avoids making plans or cancels last minute. If she's constantly too busy or canceling plans at the last minute with weak excuses, it's a clear sign that she is not prioritizing you. While life can get hectic and we can give a little bit of grace for that, someone who is genuinely interested in you will make an effort to see you. They'll reschedule plans that they had to cancel and communicate openly about their availability. Another related behavior here is being very vague about making plans in the first place. So if she gives you non-committal answers like, "Maybe I'll be free this weekend," or "Let me see how my week looks. Let me see if these other plans fall through," without locking anything in, it's a sign that she's likely keeping her options open. Someone who values your time will be straightforward and enthusiastic about planning time together. Actions always speak louder than words, and if her behavior consistently shows that she's dodging plans, it's time to reevaluate whether she's really interested or just sort of stringing you along. The next sign is that she keeps things vague about the relationship. If she avoids defining the relationship or giving you clarity about her intentions, I think it's a strong indicator that she's not fully invested. You might hear phrases like, "Let's just see where this goes," or "I'm not ready for anything serious right now," or going back to point one, maybe, valuing her independence and saying things about that. Yet she still enjoys your company, your time, and your effort. While some people genuinely need time to figure out their feelings, and I can completely understand that, I think a prolonged vagueness can indicate that she's keeping you in this sort of limbo for her own convenience. Maybe to keep her options open, or to enjoy the perks of your time, effort, and energy without actually committing to you. I think another subtle red flag that kind of goes with this one is being overly complimentary without any sort of follow-through. So if she's constantly telling you, "You're such an amazing guy," or "You'd make a great boyfriend," but doesn't take any action to spend time with you or deepen the connection between the two of you, she might just be keeping you hooked without the true commitment. Compliments without actions that match her words can be a way to keep you invested while she figures out her next move or, again, keeps her options open. The next sign is that her contact with you is transactional. One of the most telling and often painful red flags is when you realize her contact with you is almost entirely transactional. This means she doesn't reach out to connect with you, but rather to get something from you. You've stopped being a person she's getting to know and have instead become a convenient resource in her life. This dynamic can be subtle at first, but once you see the pattern, it's impossible to ignore. Here's a more detailed breakdown of what this looks like. The crisis communicator pattern. Her name only pops up on your phone when there's an immediate need. Think about the last 5 times she initiated contact. Was it because she needed practical help? This is the classic example. She needs a ride to the airport, help moving a heavy piece of furniture, someone to look at her strange-sounding car engine, or advice on a technical problem at work. The key isn't that she asks for a favor. People in healthy relationships help each other. It's that these requests are the primary reason for her communication. After the favor is complete, she often goes quiet until the next emergency. She needed an emotional dumping ground? She calls you exclusively to vent about her bad day, her toxic boss, or a fight she had with a friend. She unloads all her stress and frustration onto you. But notice what happens next. Once she feels better, the conversation abruptly ends. She rarely, if ever, transitions by asking, "Anyway, enough about me. How are you doing? What's going on in your world?" You're her free therapist, and the session ends when she feels relieved. She needed an ego boost or validation. She reaches out when she's feeling insecure or wants to brag about an accomplishment, seeking your praise and reassurance. Once her ego is satisfied, the conversation fades. The absence of just because communication. Even more telling than what she contacts you for is what she doesn't contact you for. In a healthy, budding romance, communication is often spontaneous and driven by genuine curiosity and connection. A woman who is truly interested will send you a funny meme or a link to an article she thought you'd like. Text you in the middle of the day to ask how that big meeting went. Reference an inside joke you two share. Simply say, "Hey, I was just thinking about you and wanted to say hi." If your communication log lacks these low-stakes, connection-driven interactions and is instead a series of her requests and your responses, you are not building a relationship. You are fulfilling a service. The underlying dynamic, a one-sided relationship. At its core, this transactional behavior reveals a fundamental imbalance. A relationship should be a mutual exchange of energy, support, and affection. Both people should feel seen, heard, and valued. In a one-sided transactional dynamic, one person is consistently the giver. You and the other is the taker, her. You give your time, your energy, your skills, and your emotional support. She takes what she needs and offers little to nothing in return. This is not a partnership. It is an arrangement that serves her interests exclusively. If you are always the one initiating plans, checking in, and putting in the effort to keep the connection alive between her crises, it's time to step back. You must honestly ask yourself, are you participating in a relationship, or are you just on call? A person genuinely interested in you will invest in you, not just withdraw from your resources when it's convenient for them. I think if you're noticing any of the signs that I mentioned in my video today, it's important to take a step back and really evaluate whether or not this person truly values your time and your energy. Healthy relationships should be built on mutual respect for each other, effort being put in, and emotional connection, not confusion, frustration, or one-sided effort. If you're noticing these behaviors, don't be afraid to step away and focus on finding someone who truly values your time and commitment. The reality is, people can only play you if you let them. So don't let them. But alright guys, that's all that I have for this video. If you liked it or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there a little bit more one-on-one as well. Let me know down in the comments, have you ever experienced anything I mentioned today? Is there anything else you've experienced that was a sign to you that someone wasn't serious about you or they were playing you, as the video states? I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments and share your experiences and stories to hopefully help out some other guys as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.